Jotun, you play as a Viking warrior named Thora. A cutscene starts with her dying out at sea. The game takes place in the afterlife. You set out to defeat the 5 Jotun to impress the gods. To get to the Jotun, you have to collect 2 runes in various areas with puzzles and hazards. Some areas are definitely more easier than others, some taking 7 minutes to complete, while another may take up to 20 minutes to complete, and no 2 areas feel the same. This is very Shadow of the Colossus feeling in the sense that there's exploration before the boss fight. Sure, a couple of areas have enemies to try and stop you from getting to its rune, but for the most part, there's no enemies at all here, other than the occasional environmental obstacle. This leads to a very relaxing moment to explore. An exploration is definitely worth it, as you can collect golden apples to increase your health, as well as pick up skills from Norse mythology god and goddess statues. This forced rune hunting before you take on a Jotun leads to this game being perfectly paced. Once you do collect the runes, the option to take on that area's Jotun opens up. But here's the catch, you don't have to fight it then at all. You get to play this game in any order you please, and you can definitely go out, collect all the runes and all the power-ups before fighting them. If you fight them first and one is giving you trouble, you can even leave and come back later after you feel like you've got a power-up to better help you defeat them. There's so much freedom here, and again gives such great incentive to explore. The controls in this game are fairly simple. You have a light attack, heavy attack, special attack, and you can roll. You'll need to master all of these, as the Jotun boss battles are straight up brutal and give a great sense of scale to the giant world around you. There wasn't one I beat on my first try, and only 2 of the 5 I beat on my second try. But the thing is, I felt like I could beat all of them with practice and patience. None of the 5 felt cheap at all. Death felt like my fault. It all comes down to timing, learning patterns, dealing with their attacks, and striking when they're vulnerable, like any good boss fight should. These 5 boss fights are hands down some of the best I've seen this generation, if not the best. And then there's the final boss battle. I was so in love with this game, slaying the Jotun, impressing the gods, and then the final boss, the most garbage, most cheap boss I've fought in recent memory. I'm not sure why developers get off on ruining great experiences with garbage at the end of their game, but they did it. This boss throws heat-seeking spears that are dodgeable, but not reasonably dodgeable at all. I would roll out of the way and still get hit. This was the only moment in the entire 5.5 hour long journey that didn't feel worth it to me. This boss is not challenging, it's frustrating. There's a difference, and it's not a good difference. The Valhalla edition also features a new Valhalla difficulty, which is a boss rush mode where you fight even tougher versions of the already super brutal bosses if you're into self-punishment. While Jotun does end on a sour note, the journey getting to that note is a must-play experience. I give Jotun Valhalla edition an 8 out of 10.